From today, I am going to be doing part 1 of What If Deku was the son of Tony Stark. So basically how this What If is going to go down is when they figure out that Deku is quirkless, they're basically, Tony is basically going to come inside of Deku's life and he's basically going to help out Deku. Now Deku's going to have all sort of powers. Let's start off with some. So the suit retracts to his calling and, like, by touching that earpiece, like that button on his ear, he can put a black shield around his face. So Deku's not going to be... No. I should probably do this from another anime. Yeah. What if Deku? So yeah, we're going to be switching everything up. This what if is going to be... let me think about it, because I'm not having a great mind right now. What if Deku had a quirk? What if Deku had... Shoot. What if Deku had cyborg? So no, he's not gonna be like cyborg. No, not at all. So basically what happens is his devil fruit, its name is called shoot. No, not his devil fruit. His quirk, its name is called feline leopard. Okay, his devil fruit is called his quirk. No, yeah, his quirk is called leopard. So no, feline. I'm just gonna say feline because I actually have a leopard. Like what if Deku? But that's in the future. So let me just hop right into this What If. So we're gonna see Deku as his quirk is basically the ability of this, like a costume just comes out, like his body just turns into a costume, or no, like what if Deku had a transformation quirk? So basically his body just turns into a cyborg, kind of like that. I can't really explain it. Yeah, so armor consumes Deku's body. That's his quirk. And he can set it up however he wants, because it's basically kind of like his body. So he can do cannon blast, and he can like teleport random things, and he can do stuff like that. So let's hop right into this What If. So we're gonna see Deku as he's standing in front of UA. Now his quirk is like a bonding quirk. So his quirk has a mind of its own. He can talk to his quirk. He then talks to his mind. He closes his eyes and then he says, "Are you ready? Let's go." Feline. As Deku jumps in the air, his body's then consumed by this, as a shield then comes over his face. Deku then goes flying through the air, punching robot after robot, as he flies all the way up in the air. Deku then creates a big bomb blast as he shoots it at a couple of robots. People are kind of like, they're not shocked, but they're like, what is that power? As Deku then yells, "Ice Age!" as he freezes a couple of robots. Deku then flies over to where the robots is, and his arm then transforms into, like, let's say kind of like Luffy's Kong organ. So kind of like that, as it then comes smashing all of the robots. Like, it's not like Luffy's Kong organ, like blast, blast and smash into the robots. As this goes on for a couple of more minutes, and then President Mike announces that it's almost time. As Zuko's going back, he then hears a loud scream from a little pale girl. Zuko flies over to that little girl as he saves her, taking her up. He then starts to fly away. But then the robot is about to smash its hand on Izuku. Then Uraka says, "Watch out!" as Izuku turns around, and then he puts his hand out. A ginormous arm then comes out of his armor as it catches the robot's punch. And then all of a sudden it lets out a blast as simultaneously President Mike says, "We're finished." Now this blast shot straight through the robot's arm, and it took off a part of the robot's chest. As we're then going to see Deku. He gets his thing from All Might. All Might's not going to come to Deku because Deku's not going to get one for all in this one. So everything goes the same as Deku reaches home and he gets the letter from All Might. He's really surprised to see All Might, and stuff goes on. As this is where it's going to get interesting. So he gets into UA as he asks, why is the door so ginormous? As he just brushes the question off, and he goes into the classroom. He sees two boys bickering, as Deku just smirks and he sits down. Bakugo then yells at Deku as he's about to use his explosions. Deku then creates iron around his arm as he's about to use an explosion back at Bakugo, and then all of a sudden, what's his name? Aizawa then says stop. As they stop, and he says that it took them 5 seconds to stop. So everything goes the same. They asked about orientation, but he gave the same speech as it's not time for the running test. For the throwing test. Aizawa asks Deku as Deku walks up to the stadium. He closes his eyes as his body then starts to turn, like, inside of his body looks like it's starting to turn blue. And then something weird appears around him, like an armor then appears around his arm. As Izuku throws this in the air, shocking Aizawa and everyone. Kind of. As it nearly hits infinity, Deku just says, with a little gravity pulse, that should do it. As everything goes the same, Izuku actually beats Bakugo in the running test, and so yeah, that's that. As Izuku gets back home, he cooks some food for his mom, and then they go back to sleep, waiting for the next day. As this time, I'm going to end off this video. If you like, comment, subscribe, share to all of your friends on your social media platforms, YouTube. We're out. Say Luffy properly, please. Okay.